This is Maga Congresswoman Katie Britt of Alabama. Yeah, she's one of my senators. There's a reason why she looks like this, but I'll get to that in a minute. In the Senate just yesterday, she was talking to the banking chair, questioning him, and she had some choice words to say about Doge, Elon Musk, and the president's agenda.
Obviously, there's been a lot of conversation both in and out of this hearing room today. Conversations about a co-president referencing Elon Musk, referencing the work that Doge is doing. I think it's important to remember that President Trump ran on this. I mean, he said, we're going to look for wasteful spending across our government. We're $36 trillion in debt, y'all. That's not only fiscally irresponsible, it is actually morally irresponsible. And the difference in this administration and the last administration is that President Trump is actually the final arbiter.
Those were some very, very, very strong words. But now she's singing a different tune because they're going to take funding from Alabama. Katie Britt vows to work with RFK Jr. after NIH funding cuts cause concern in Alabama. Alabama's junior U.S. senator says she will work with President Donald Trump's health secretary nominee, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., to, quote, ensure our nation remains at the forefront, unquote, of innovation, research, and care after funding cuts announced Friday night by the National Institutes of Health. On Friday night, the NIH announced it was cutting payments toward overhead costs for research institutions that receive its grants, a policy that could leave universities with major budget gaps. Currently, some universities receive 50% or more of the amount of a grant to put toward support staff and other needs, but that will be capped at 15% according to the AP. The University of Alabama at Birmingham and the University of Alabama in Huntsville are examples of the state institutions that could be affected by the cuts. Now, according to this report, the University of Alabama in Birmingham has received over $1 billion in funding over the last few years. Now let's do the math. The government has given the UAB $1 billion over the last couple of years. So let's just take that $1 billion. That's 50% of what they need. So let's say that that particular school is using $2 billion. The government is now saying that they're going to give them 15% of the 50. So instead of giving them $1 billion, they're going to give them $150 million. Imagine your budget being cut from $1 billion to $150 million. And guess what else I learned? The University of Alabama in Birmingham is the largest employer in the city. So if you take $850 million from that school, you're taking $850 million, not just from the state, but from the county and from that city. Oh, and did I forget to mention jobs? And I've been hearing all over Fox and all over Maga media that this is what the American people asked for. They asked for Elon Musk and Donald Trump to go and comb through everything and make sure that there's no fraud, waste, and abuse. Never mind the fact that we got inspector generals, which they got rid of. Never mind that we have the Government Accountability Office, which they got rid of. Never mind we have the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which they got rid of. Never mind all that. They just decided to take it upon themselves to just shut everything down. But what they don't realize is you cannot run a country like a company. And by shutting certain things down, you're not just affecting pockets, you are affecting lives. The UAB and the UAH are goddamn hospitals. And when you take away research funding, you take away the jobs and the researchers that go out and make sure that we don't get hit with some deadly diseases, you are affecting lives. But yeah, you're right. Companies only care about the bottom line, and they're trying to treat the United States of America like the United States of America Incorporated. What do you think?